We've all been in this situation before at some point in our creative lives. You have created an idea. It's possibly the coolest idea you've ever made. It's the best one you've ever made. And you don't remember how you made it. It's just magic. You've created some kind of amazing, life changing riff or chorus, and it's full of potential. And then you go to build that idea into a song, and you can't quite get other ideas to excite you as much. Nothing really fits, and you try to either recreate the magic that gave you the first idea, i.e., you sit there and explore the guitar or whatever instrument you play, or DAW that you write in, and you create other really cool ideas, and you end up with a riff salad that just doesn't have any continuity to it. I'm here to save you from any of these terrible fates with one really, really simple trick if you're having trouble just creating more music from an initial idea. And this happens to everyone. I don't think that's spoken about enough, but the way to get around it is to have a big bag of tricks, of techniques that you can employ when you find that starts to happen. So this is just one of them, and it's really, really simple. It's a bit of a taboo. You need to copy and paste the idea. Now, I don't mean copy and paste the same 8 bars 5 times and slap a demo on it. There are additional steps, but what you need to do is you need to take the bones of the idea with you into the next sections that you make. By copying and pasting something, you're creating a disposable version of that initial idea that you got really excited about. And with that, you can then, consequence-free, change parts about it. If you keep doing this, I guarantee you're going to get sections that start to sound like choruses, verses, breakdowns, whatever you need it to be. That's all there is to it. I'm going to show you an example of me doing that now. I'm going to show you the full idea at the end. I will be wearing a different colour t-shirt because continuity it's just not real on the internet. Time doesn't exist. Anyway, thanks. See ya. There's my cat down here who's come to join me for this episode. Say hello, Harky. Okay, so what I've done is I've created like a clean ambient bed of music. So it's kind of weird, kind of creepy. It's pretty kind of standard sort of vibes. I'm just going to turn that down so the guitars feel like they have a certain impact. For my guitars, I'm using a quad Cortex with like a pitch shifter on. So I'm using an 8-string, the John Brown signature 8-string, with it's a droppy tuning, so standard 6 strings, and then a low B, and then a low E, but it's all pitch shifted down 2 semitones, so now it is D, A, D, G, C, F, A, D. Here we go. Let's see if we can come up with a riff. Let's get a bit of a vibe going. I like that as a motif. Let's see if we can get it recorded in. I will say, when I'm writing drums, I tend to literally just like punch in the kicks so to help me kind of play it, and then go back and then make the drum part sound less bad. So the drum parts sound like poo to begin with, that's why. It's a bit slow, a bit thally. Not mad at it. Let's get a guide track going. 2 bars in to emotionally prepare. Meaty. Let's get maybe just a double track of that for now, and then I'll go back. I like to quad track. It's a huge waste of time for demos. I completely concede that. It's entirely a me thing. Just want to do that bit again. So 1, 2, bada 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 2. I like it. I like it. Okay, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. I want to quad track that. I want to hear it sound meaty. Try again. Let's just have the drums up a little bit higher, I think. Yeah, so it's not perfect. So I'll probably go back and tidy this up at the end before I show you the kind of finished thing. But I really like that as a concept. I like that idea. Where do I go from here? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over the bass and the drums. So what this allows me to do is then iterate on what I've just made and allow it to kind of flow a little bit more. So I'm going to change parts of it. So I think that first bit should probably stay the same to kind of give it a bit more kind of continuity, because it's dancing around the beat so much. I think it'll sound, and also for your long-suffering drummer, if you're lucky enough to have one, for them to just have less of a terrible and stressful time trying to learn this stuff. So the first thing we can do is literally just kind of take the same rhythm and just vary certain parts of it. Sort out that ending. Yes. Make some nice crossfades. Bam. I really like that, and for some like the fact that it flows slightly over the bar line, I think leads an interesting way into the next section as well. So this is the first thing that I've made with this idea. It might be the best one, but it might not be. I tend to find that if you can add a bit more, because like metal as a genre, it's really aggressive. It's about kind of how you play it as much as what you're playing. If you can, because it causes that tendency to sit there on the lowest note because it's the most aggressive and just, which I sounds awesome. But if you can inject a bit of harmonic movement into it, that can be a really, really good way of just making it a bit more dynamic. And it doesn't have to be loads. You don't have to go through loads of harmonic modulations or anything. But just in terms of how they land and that emotional plane of harmony and what it can kind of do for the listener is worth exploring with the idea. Because even if this is the riff, you might accidentally make a chorus or something, which generally tends to need a bit more harmonic movement, for me at least. Let's first start by just taking exactly the same rhythm and then moving some of the notes around. So we're going to start the same. Getting there. That's nice. I can hear a version of this where we just link all these notes together. Okay. I like it. I like that. So that's our first kind of thing. The thing I want to come back to is this kind of sustaining the notes out. So I'm just going to take the idea, copy and paste it again. I'm not mad at that. So yeah, could be a breakdown, could be like a post-chorus. Let's take the harmony from this one and do the same thing. Nice. But you can kind of see from this germ of an idea, we've got that development, and then we have another development, and we could keep going like this. Obviously, this doesn't mean that everything has to have the same rhythm in order for it to kind of have continuity. So you absolutely can start to mess around with the rhythms and kind of go with what makes musical sense for that that moment. Just by virtue of starting with this and having this formulaic approach, you can create continuity where there wouldn't be otherwise. And it's also just a really nice way of generating ideas. Okay, so it's a pretty simple method here, isn't it? It's write something, so come up with your cool riff, and then copy and paste and change stuff. And you can see how easy it is to come up with new material this way that's very clearly linked to what's gone before. The trick now is, how do I develop those sections in turn? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those ideas, and then I'm going to show you a rough demo that takes me from intro to chorus, where you can see how those ideas flow together. I'm going to make a few little changes, because obviously if I keep copying and pasting, the rhythm is the same all the way through. We're going to get bored of it. So I'm going to make a few little changes to each section here and there, and then I'm going to show you the kind of end product of that. I hope you found this useful. It's a really, really simple trick that goes a long way in generating new material for music, and also just kind of giving you something to do if that sense of creative flow isn't quite there between sections. It should be one of many tools in your arsenal to drive music forward and create music. This isn't like a one solution fits all. This is a way of generating material if you're having trouble doing so. I find it really helpful. If you found anything interesting, please give it a like and a subscribe. If you have any questions about anything you hear or see in this video, shoot a comment in the comment section. And if you create any pieces of music based on what you see in this video, I would love to hear those as well. All right, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.